Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokémon Violet. In the last episode, we battled through all other possible trainers / challengers of the Academy's Ace Trainer Tournament, taking on the likes of some very new faces, as well as a couple old ones, like, for instance, Saguaro, the Home Economics Professor, Salvatore, the Language Arts Professor, Time, the Math / Statistics Professor, Miriam, the School's Nurse, and Rayford, the History Professor. Overall, a very long adventure to complete, but a very fun look into some of our newest faces to our story, since we only really caught a few glimpses of them at the beginning of our adventure, opting to save them for a later adventure down the road in what I would like to call the stories of Uva Academy. So, with that being said, we are actually going to be starting on a little bit of that. There are still things we can do, and I did find out something pretty cool. So, apparently, Team Star do have rematches, but I want to save that until we add our new team into the game. Because the thing is, we do have the Pokemon from Pokemon Scarlet that we can transfer over, that are a lower level compared to what we have in this game. So it probably would be better to transfer them over and use them for the Team Star boss fights. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool once we finally get back into that. Just because that's another whole, challenge we can do. So honestly, I'm looking forward to that in the near future. Because I did say I would look into what was going on with Aerie over back in her little area, because I randomly found her one day. And I'm trying to remember exactly which day I found her, but it was in between the episode we did 2 episodes ago and the episode before it, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, it's been a while. But we're actually going to start with Penny's Academy story first, I think. Just because I think it's fitting, because I did bring up Team Star and everything. So, honestly, I think it would be better to start with her. Just because of that, and talking about Team Star, that was not on purpose, but apparently Team Star is somehow connected to it, which is pretty cool. It makes a lot of sense, because Penny was Cassiopeia, so it makes literally all the much more sense for them to be involved, now that, well, they're allowed to be at the school again.
With Spooks.
Hey, Penny, long time no see.
Hurry up and hide and keep quiet, okay?
Okay, why do you want me to keep quiet? They're your friends, right?
Phew, that was close.
What you doing? Something up. Yeah, what's going on? Just 'cause I'm curious. It was a little odd that you kind of threw us around the corner.
Yeah, I'm just, guess I might as well come clean. Take a look over there.
Gaikamo and Ortega.
You get it now?
Not really. A little context, please. Yeah, I might need a little bit of context, if you don't mind.
Sorry, your jump scare earlier completely frazzled me. My brain's still trying to reboot. Okay, here's the stitch. Team Star started coming to school again. But I don't know if they're gonna fit in okay. And it's been playing on my mind, you know. So I'm checking in on them from over here.
Oh, okay. So that makes a lot more sense why her story didn't open up until the end of the Academy Ace tournaments. Because Arven, Nemona, and Penny all didn't have one. Or at least I'm pretty sure they didn't, because Penny wasn't in here before. I remember that, because I went in here right before we started it. And that's how I found out about the books. The green one specifically. But I was specifically looking for the Violet book and the Scarlet book in both games. But the thing is, I did not see a Penny in here. I don't know about Nemona and Arven, I should say, I'm not sure on them. But I know for sure Penny wasn't in here before all that. So that was her trigger for this to start. So, pretty interesting though, nonetheless.
Guess we're still not exactly getting a warm welcome here, huh?
That sucks. Well, da. Sure, the teachers finally figured out we're not a bunch of delinquents. But it's not like we can press some magic button to make everyone else accept us. That's fair.
True story. Oh, we gotta fix this with my man. Time for a change of tact.
I like that Gayakamo. I wish he wasn't our first one, because we would have got maybe a little bit more time with him in the story, because he was the very first one that we destroyed his base and raided everything, and it was mostly because it literally said he was the easiest, but it also said that he was technically their leader at the time on there, so yeah, a little unfortunate for him, but he was my favorite out of all the Team Star bosses. Actually, I think he's my favorite of Team Star. Period. Like, I definitely feel like he would be above Penny if I were to put, like, if I were to rank them over main characters. I think Gayakamo would be my favorite, just because he just gives me that air of, like, a kanji, like, from Persona 4. That's kind of what I get from him. But, let's continue.
It seems tag. When you can start wearing normal school uniform until they stop scaring off other kids. Momo Orty, they're both trying their really best to fit in here at the school.
Honestly, I'm surprised Ortega would, get any weird looks, just because it looks more like a rich kid / something that, a rich kid would wear. But Gayakamo, yeah, it's a little different than the Academy stuff, but he's still wearing the vest. So, some of it's still some of the school stuff, to be completely fair. A change of talk. What exactly are you suggesting?
How about we say big friendly howdy to everyone here? Just like yelling, loud as we can.
That may not be the best idea. What? That's stupid. Go on and embarrass yourself if you want to, but count me out. Also, I'm noticing how really short Ortega is compared to Gayakamo. It's either that or Gayakamo's really tall compared to all the other students. But honestly, I think Ortega's smaller than our character, actually, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the idea sounds kind of off.
Yeah, it does sound a little off. You shouldn't yell at the other students. I don't think that would go over well either.
Hold on, let me explain.
Okay.
You know Rhyme, right? She does this at her concerts, no joke.
Oh, he's a fan of Rhyme, that's interesting.
If the crowd ain't hyped at the start of the show, she'll shout the loudest greeting you ever heard. Into the mic, like simp, y'all, or whatever. Lifts the mood like nobody's business.
Well, that's a rock show, to be honest, or a rap show. Honestly, I think she does both, to be honest. She does multiple types of music, I'm pretty sure. Even though it just says rap, I'm pretty sure she does both, based on that. But, yeah, that probably wouldn't work at the school, to be honest. Yeah, that makes sense, because those are concerts. This is school, it's different.
Okay, smart guy. So we're opting for the cold shoulder treatment forever, then are we?
No. I'm pretty sure you guys can think of something else. No. Bottom totally suck.
Wouldn't it? So yeah, our only option is to yell at everyone so they know we're nice.
You know what, fair.
Here, I'm gonna go for it.
Please don't. I feel bad for him. Oh, yep, he literally did it. Well, I don't think that's really gonna help you, buddy.
Hey, morning, y'all. How we all feeling today?
Anybody say anything? It looks like you did it in an empty room. Oh no, Gayakamo. What are you doing? This is so embarrassing.
Oh, everyone have a good time? Come on, Ortega. You gotta do it too.
Hold on a second. You're just practicing your DJ sets, aren't you?
Oh, thanks for coming tonight, quick say it.
Oh, he is. Thanks for coming tonight. He actually did it. That's interesting. I was actually expecting him to completely blow it off, but he actually joined in with Gayakamo for a second there. That's pretty funny. Hey, what do you mean thanks for coming? We're not hosting anything. Well, you still did it.
We're doing great.
Oh, there is some students looking in. I wonder what they're thinking. Are those the guys from Team Star? What the heck are they yelling for? Is this some kind of skit? Huh, they're pretty funny. Oh, well, it's working. That definitely looks good. I guess they're not as scary as I thought.
No way.
Well, that's good. That's definitely good to see. So Gayakamo and Ortega already are making a good impression. That's good to see. I was kind of worried for a second too, to be honest.
People are actually running up to them. Like to make 0 sense.
Well, sometimes it makes 0 sense for popularity, so let's be honest here. Looks like they figured it out on their own.
Molo and Orty really are operating on a different level. I'm kind of amazed.
Same, honestly, I'm surprised that worked. I didn't think yelling at the top of your lungs would work, but apparently it does.
Seemed only worrying would turn nothing. Now that it's all settled, I guess I should get going. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista indeed, Penny. But that was pretty cool. I like how it looks like her Academy Stories is going to be, the reintroduction of Team Star into the school. That's actually pretty cool. That's a very, nice little touch to the game. And it looks like we can follow her over to the school store. I don't think we've actually been in this room. We have a couple rooms we haven't been in, to be honest. We've been in the director's office, obviously, the schoolyard, our homeroom, which would be Jacques' room, and then, obviously, the dorm room. But we haven't been in these classrooms, and obviously the entrance and the cafeteria. But we've never been in the school store, so let's check it out and see what's going on there. Just because we've never actually been there, which is very surprising. Well, it is because, we weren't doing any of the Academy stories, and hello? What's going on over here? Oh, we can buy stuff in here? I didn't even know that. We can buy... Oh, that's interesting. You can buy all the Pokeballs and everything, which is stuff I can buy on the outside, but that's pretty cool if you're, already in here. You can't sell anything here, but that's pretty cool. And it looks like, like a normal school store, but Pokemon with, Pokeballs and, shaker cups and stuff like that. That's actually pretty cool. But let's see how Penny's doing in here, and let's progress their story to the next one. I don't know how many there are for every character, but we'll use Penny as a base, I think, if that says anything. Maybe that'll kind of give us an idea how many stories each character might have, which, maybe we'll figure it out.
Hey, Spooks. Thanks for giving on Atticus.
Oh, hey, Atticus.
So keep your voice down, okay?
Okie dokie. Whisper, whisper. Let's go whisper, whisper.
Appreciate it.
I must say, the Academy Emporium stocks some rather splendid wares. I must admit, my expectations were far lower than warranted. It's been a while since we've got to see Atticus, so this is going to be pretty good.
Well, he really seemed that in the science and school story.
I wonder why he likes this place. Because, what do you call it? He was the one that fashioned all the costumes, right? If I remember correctly. And this doesn't really give me a costume vibe. I would think home economics or something like that. But, surprisingly, we've seen him in the store, interestingly enough.
Doesn't seem like he'll notice us anytime soon, so I guess there's no point in whispering.
I guess so. It looks like he's pretty tied into what he's doing.
No one might think that our friend is Atticus, and worried we'll have the most trouble fitting in.
That did happen with Yusuke in Persona 5, and he reminds me of Yusuke, so it's very possible.
Greetings, my good shopkeep.
Well, she's smiling, so he's already doing good.
I would very much like to acquire the limited edition ninja garment released today.
Ninja garments? They sell those here?
I believe you have 5 sets in stock, yes.
The ninja cosplay sets. Of course. Oh, well, that works out for you, Atticus. I'm sorry, dear, but someone bought the last 2 from us earlier. We're completely sold out.
There's other ninjas inside the school?
Because that means there's 5 people bought all those sets up. That's kind of, Well, he's easily gonna, fit right in if there's other ninjas here. I think we'll be fine.
What? This cannot be.
Well, I think your one that you have right there looks pretty good enough, honestly.
If I am unable to procure those garments, why, that would ruin everything. It appears I have no choice but to track down the rival patron of mine, and when I find him... What are you going to do, Atticus? Oh, take your hat off? I shall fix him with my piercing gaze, and bang on a bended knee, for the ninja garments I so crave. I actually didn't expect him to take his little hoodie off there, to be completely honest.
Like, since when was Atticus this good looking?
Well, forever. We've seen him without his hood before.
No, because if he starts picking some kid for their ninja outfit, people think he's a weirdo. We should something, right?
Yeah, time for an intervention, or let's see how this pans out. Let's see how this pans out based on the Giacomo and Ortega one. Maybe Atticus will be fine. Like I said, if other people bought those ninja costumes, maybe he'll fit right in with the other kids that like dressing up as ninjas. You never know, it's possible.
Seriously? But...
Oh, Don Atticus, here you are. Oh yeah, this kid. I forgot about him.
My young compadre, I must apologize. About the garment I promised you, so that we might dress as ninja together.
Oh yeah, I got us covered. Oh, he bought them. I already bought 2 of the sets on the ninja cosplay stuff for us to wear.
I beg your pardon.
When I came here earlier, the shopkeeper lady was putting them out on the shelves, so I bought one for you and one for me. You know how popular these outfits are. I was super lucky to be able to snag them. Well, that's good that he was here. Now, come on, let's go play ninja outside.
Goodness me, what a happy turn of events. I shall retrieve my shuriken from my quarters so that we might enjoy some target practice.
I'm surprised he's allowed to do that one, to be honest. Depending on how sharp the shuriken is, it probably isn't sharp, but still, just in case, that would definitely be something to be a little worried about, at least. Hopefully they don't do it too close to the school, but maybe it's not like a sharp one. It could be like one of those paper shurikens, because kids used to make those back when I was in like high school, middle school. I'm not that far off of yeah, I'm a little bit older than I was when I was in high school and middle school, but it was only like a couple years ago if I really think about it, because, what do you call it, it's been, let's see here, 2017 was when I graduated, so not that many years from now, 6, but honestly, could be worse, to be honest, but I would think it wouldn't change that much. I think there's obviously, like, trends that are different there, but I'm pretty sure that's still a thing, to be completely honest, because they were doing that for a long, long time, way before I got into, like, middle school and stuff like that, so, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure that it could be a paper one, it's very possible, but let's continue. Oh, awesome. Sounds pretty cool, though, nonetheless.
I can also use my masterful stitchery to transform the 9 ninja garments into sublime vision of poison. What say you?
I'm good, thanks. He just wants to be one of the ninja trainers, like the normal ones.
The insolence of this one.
It's good to see him and his little buddy again, though. But yeah, he's already perfectly fine in the school. He's already got a bud.
It looks like he was able to wrap this little escapade without resisting. But more importantly, Atticus has already made a friend at school.
Yep, way before being part of Team Star, too. That kid has been his friend since the beginning, so he was already pretty much set, honestly. Usually in school, you only need, like, either one big friend, or, like, at least a group of, like, pretty much almost close friends, at least. So, in my honest opinion, and that's usually what gets you through school, unless you're, popular and you got a lot of friends, but not everybody's, that lucky to get to be in that scenario. But having one good friend definitely helps out a lot.
It kind of makes me feel bad that I thought I had to smile at him.
You're doing a little bit of ninja espionage yourself.
Anyways, I get on the phone. Hostility start.
Hostility star indeed, Penny. But so far, so good. Honestly, it's definitely, worth saving these for later, to be completely honest, because now we can just do them, and if they have any requirements, because apparently some of them do, I wrote down the ones that... Oh, art room. Oh, okay, I was about to say I didn't want to do Hazel yet. I want to save him for another time, or maybe once we're done with Penny we can do Hazel, because I would like to, start on Hazel if we can. But the thing is, what do you call it? When it comes to there's apparently requirements like Jacques. Jacques was definitely one that I did not know about. Obviously, I knew that he would be tied to the Pokedex in some way, and he ended up having requirements to do his storylines. If you can even call it a storyline, I'm not really sure. It's a small storyline for sure, just based on us getting the rewards and how little interaction there really was between us. Unless it unlocks after doing the Pokedex, I'm not really sure, but the thing is he did have storylines outside in the main game when it came to, like, Terra Raid battles and stuff like that. So, he might not have one, I'm not really sure about Jacques. But the thing is characters apparently like Sagawaro and Rayfort apparently have things you need to do in order to finish them. I'm not really sure what they are, but I wrote them down as characters I might have to do at a different time, if required, but I might look into what those requirements are just in case, so we can do them perfectly fine. But the thing is that's apparently something to do with them. Not sure why, but yeah, apparently they are. But let's continue with Penny here, and see who we get next. It's either going to be, well, it could be two of them right away. Because the thing is obviously we have Gaiakamo, Ortega, Atticus, and then we still have Aerie, and then we have Mela. And they could show Mela and Aerie right away. And then I'm not sure what the fourth storyline would be, if there is a fourth or fifth. But I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out soon.
How you doing, Spooks?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I've never been to the art room before. It smells like paint in here, but in a good way.
Something up? What brings you here? Yeah, what brings you in here? Because if you said you haven't been here before, what got you to come in here?
Oh, well, I'm worried about the rumor that's going around. People are saying Geeta's planning to raid the art room or something.
Raiding the art room? Why?
It's promised this one is made by some kids who are still scared to change Cardo. My friends would never do anything like that, and who would want to raid the art room anyways?
That is a good question. Oh, and it's Mela. Knock knock. We're coming in.
Yes, she showed up.
Oh, it is actually Mela and Aerie. Okay, well, that's interesting. I didn't expect to see them together. Obviously, they're part of the team together, but just like Gaiakamo and Ortega, they were actually together then. That's cool.
Wow, the Staraptor is incredible. It looks just like it's about to attack, with close combat.
Yeah, I guess you could say. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, hey, you the art club or what?
Yeah, I am. Okay then.
Don't tell me the rumor was real. Are they actually going to raid the room?
I don't think so. I think this is a misunderstanding.
No, there's no way. They wouldn't. We should just keep watching.
So, did you need anything?
Yeah. I'm here to ask you know if you got any last words, punk.
Okay, maybe they are literally doing a raid.
No one ain't doing this really is a raid.
Uh-oh.
Oh, knock it off, Melee. Being shy is one thing, but you can't go around threatening people to cover it up.
True, that's not really the good thing if you need to be getting back in here.
Right. Sorry, Aerie. My bad.
About your club, the art club. I mean, I was wondering if I could join you. Oh, you wanted to ask us about club membership? Sheesh, you had me scared there. We're open to any students who want to join, but, yes, isn't that great, Melly? Hang on, Aerie. This guy's still got something to say. Spit it out, then. I gotta earn my way in, or what? No. It's just, I was hoping I could ask that what prompted you to go for the art club, that's all. Fair enough. You're asking me why I want to join. Well, if I gotta explain. One of my pals made this outfit for me. These sick boots and everything. Obviously, Atticus. I'm big into flame patterns like this, so I want to try and make something like it myself. Oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, painting. That's what I want to do. That sounds pretty cool. I'm a total newbie at it, but I realized something when I saw this real simple-looking fletchling painting on the wall over there. I don't have to be some sort of genius artist. I want to make art that has its own charm, you know. I wonder, that fletchling painting, I was about to say, I was wondering if any of the kids did this one that was in the room. Oof. The fletchling painting, I did that one. It was kind of a compliment, to be honest. That one's yours. I thought it was like a finger painting by a kindergartner or something. Oof. Poor kid. Yeah, I get that all the time. Our president's paintings are really lovable, because they're real simple. Everyone says so. You're the art club's president. Apparently so. Obviously he's the leader here in this little group here, based on him being up front. I can already tell that we'll have lots of fun in the club together. Could you tell us your name? I'm just gonna do all the random students' normal voices, to be honest. There's no way I can come up with 1,000 voices for random faces that we probably won't see again, to be completely honest. We do this with any, random characters in games, to be honest. So, I think it's fair. Your boots are awesome. Can I get a closer look? The name's Mela, and yeah, good eye. My boots are the best. A pal of mine who's a big arts and crafts nerd made them for me. And we know exactly which one that is. Good old Ninja Boy. And good old Atticus, or Don Atticus specifically.
Don't amazing was just a misunderstanding. Well, it's a relief, but wow, I didn't know what Melly really wants to join the art club.
Yep, oh, an Ericanis. I can't wait to see what Melly paints. I bet it'll be amazing. Something amazing,
Yeah, I guess.
It got caught. Well, looks like no more espionage for you, Penny.
God, Amy, how do you even know you're here?
Wait, were you supposed to be hiding? I was wondering what was going on. You were just kinda hanging out in the open over here. Yep, we definitely were. And if we were hiding behind something, then I would see why Aerie wouldn't see us. But the thing is, well, let's be honest here. Aerie's the friendliest of the bunch of Team Star, so once she sees somebody she knows, we can definitely tell she's gonna just, go and see how they're doing if they're all by themselves. So, honestly, it's kind of fitting for Aerie to be the one to find us here out of all of them, to be honest. But you don't need to worry anyways. Melly's been too nervous to notice you.
Well, so even Melly gets a jitter sometimes.
Well, obviously. Based on what we just saw. Trying new things is scary for everyone. That's why I came here with her for moral support. But I think she'll be just fine. Yeah, I think Mela will be fine. They call her Melly, but her real name's supposed to be Mela, but Melly is supposed to be like some sort of nickname for the Team Starter bosses. But yeah, honestly, I think Mela will be fine for the most part. And she's not the only one doing something new. Carmen and I have started up a wrestling club. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Her and her little buddy from, obviously it was like one of the random Team Star grunts for us, but Carmen was a big part for Aerie from what we knew. I'm surprised that the kid that's connected to Atticus and Carmen didn't get their own models. I don't understand why they didn't do that. Because then we'd be able to point them out a little bit better. Like Harrington as well. Harrington was supposed to be one of the one of the director before Clavell, so I'm surprised he didn't have a special model either, because I found another person with the same model as him out in a different area. To be completely honest, it's just a random old man model for Harrington, but I'm very surprised about that. I wonder why that's the case, but that's pretty cool though.
Melly will have a blast here, I'm sure, so I got to keep it up with her. I'll enjoy the time I have left at the academy as much as I can.
Well, that's good to hear. In a wrestling club, so she's definitely taking up that fighting, not specifically fighting, but sports scholarship she had, which was a big thing that was in her description. So, it looks like she's definitely making do with it, that's for sure.
Anyways, it was nice bumping into you both. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista indeed, dearie. But, looks like we got caught here, Penny. We tried to be quiet and we tried to stay out of, out of view, but apparently it didn't really work.
Melanie and Avery are really putting themselves out there, aren't they? I guess I'll hang out too. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista indeed, Penny. So, we've seen every other Team Star member. Are we done with Penny's story, or are we still going? Also, I didn't see this Staraptor statue. Oh, they got a Jigglypuff, too. And obviously this is Hazel's room, but this is a pretty cool place. I wonder if there's a bunch of... So this is the club president's ones, then. It's gotta be. Huh. That's cool that there's a little bit of background to it. I'm wondering what this one is, who made this, because that's actually pretty cool. But, honestly, pretty cool, honestly. Let's head on out of the art club, or art room, and let's go see if we can find Penny one more time, and see if... Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, at least one more time, as I should say. But let's see here, Penny's classroom, the students in the STEM track. Miss Time is the homeroom teacher here. And this should be the math room, then. So, math/statistics, I call it math since that's pretty much what statistics is. Oh. I accidentally hit the trigger to leave the room. But, apparently Miss Time is part of this room. Oh, I was more looking to see if she was even in here, but apparently, maybe she's not in here at this time. That's interesting. Well, let's go and see what Penny's doing in here, then. And see how this progresses.
Oh, hey, Spooks. Welcome to my classroom. All the students here in the STEM track to be.
That's good to hear.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
What's that?
But not here. Let's go somewhere we can talk in, private.
Sure. Okay. Where do you want to talk? We can go anywhere that you think is okay. Ooh, interesting little place. Oh, this must be your room. Based on the Umbreon, the Vaporeon, Flareon. Oh, it's all her little evolutions in here. Oh, that's cool. So this is her room. This is pretty nice, honestly. Look at that ultra-wide monitor there. But why does she only have one monitor, though? Oh, no, that's definitely one. That's weird. I would think she would have at least, like, 2 monitors, because that's just something, people like me, like Penny, would have. But apparently she only has one, unless I'm not seeing it from the right angle. And let's see what she's got. Oh, she's got a GameCube magazine. That's pretty cool. Anything else I see? That looks like a Game Boy original one on the top left. And then Nintendo DS. I think that's Pokemon Dash with the Pikachu. I'm not really sure. That's the only thing that comes to my mind, seeing a Pikachu run like that. I've never actually played Pokemon Dash. I don't know what it really is about, but I think it's a racing game of some sort with Pokemon. I don't know how that works, but let's be honest here, they did have the kind of like Olympics thing in Heart Gold and Soul Silver / Gold and Silver. Actually, I'm not sure if that's in Gold and Silver, but I know it's in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where you can take your Pokemon and they'll do like little Olympic-like games to get medals and stuff like that. So it could be a racing game, I guess. it's possible they did have something like that in that game. So, interesting. Let's see what's going on with Penny.
This is my home. Make yourself at home.
It's nice and cozy in here. Little crowded, isn't it? Honestly, I think it's nice and cozy, in my honest opinion. The boxes are a little much on the other side of the room, but from where we are right now, this is pretty, there's quite a lot of room. There's movement room, quite a decent amount here. So I think it's pretty good.
You know, right? Being surrounded by babies and figurines is my kind of heaven.
I didn't see any figurines, but yeah, definitely I would say having a room full of evolutions would be pretty cool.
Anyways, you must be wondering why I brought you here. It's about my Team Star friends. They really mean the world to me. I love them all so much that I got scared to see where you're gonna fit in okay, or be happy at school.
Well, it seems like they're doing pretty good, honestly, based on what I can see.
That's why I kind of been sort of spying on them since they came back.
Fair. But you were just worried, so it wasn't like you were doing it in ill will, to be honest. Obviously, she's not that kind of character, but honestly, at least it showed that she cared about her friends, and she wanted to make sure they were going to be okay. So it worked out, honestly.
It turned out that they didn't need to worry. They were already having a great time.
Yep, I definitely see them being able to transition into the academy very easily from here on.
And now I feel bad that I didn't have it in me to believe in them in the first place. They're all grown so much, but I haven't seen since Operation Starfall. I'm still scheming up ways to fix things by myself instead of having a little faith.
It's only natural you would, or you just need to believe in them. Well, it's only natural that you would worry. It's fair.
I really think so. That's a normal thing for friends to do.
Yep. Friends definitely do worry about each other, so it's fair that you were worried about them. You just wanted to see them succeed. So it's all good.
I feel better after talking it out with you, Spooks. Thanks.
No problem.
And I want you to know you're really important to me too.
Well, it's good to hear.
That goes for Nemona as well, and even Arven and Miradon.
Yep, we definitely did bond from the way home, to be completely honest. Everyone did. Arven and Nemona were basically at each other's throats before that. So it's good that everyone sees each other as friends now, which is good.
You know I don't normally like having people in my room.
Well, makes sense. You are an introvert, so I'm the same. I'm kind of in between. I don't really know how my mind works, to be honest. Sometimes I like being by myself, and then sometimes I like being around groups of people. But the thing is at the same time, this whole YouTube thing has been a reason for that. So, honestly, you guys are probably the major reason that I am the way I am today. So, if that says anything, I really do need to thank you guys for, if you just come to watch one video or you're here for the ride with me, it really does mean a lot to me, and it's, this is basically what I do for fun. This is my hobby. So, I don't get to play video games too much. I do play them, for you guys, but the thing is most of the fun I get from video games is either from ones that I can pick up and play for a short time, or games like this where I can hang out with you guys and, have a fun story and everything. I love adventure games, and this is one of those. And I have a really I play a lot of video games, I should say. I really shouldn't say I don't play any, but I don't get to finish games too often on my own. Usually when I finish games, I've been doing it with you guys, because that's my main focus, is making sure you guys have something fun to watch. You get I get to hang out with you guys, you guys get to hang out with me, and we get to have a little bit of fun and check out stories together. And, traverse these worlds that these games portray, and the stories that they, provide. So, honestly, yeah, it definitely means a lot that you guys are sticking around with me, and it really has been a big help, and honestly, has done a lot for me personally, for mentally, and it just makes me feel like, I'm doing something right. So, I really do appreciate everything. Let's get back to the story and see where this goes from here.
But you're an exception. Somebody first time or you're gonna bring that in time.
Okay, of course.
Telling this confab, then hostility star.
Confab? What's a confab? Well, let's check out her room real quick. She's got the, 0 to hero Pokemon. I didn't get to show you guys this Pokemon yet, but I'll be able to transfer one over from my Scarlet for us to, look at it. But it's a really interesting Pokemon. Everyone's calling it like the Superman / the All Might Pokemon. I see more Superman, to be completely honest, just because I really haven't checked out My Hero Academia, but that's what a lot of people have been saying. But I see a little bit more Superman because that's more of a character I know compared to the two of them. But they have Scizor picture up there. What's over here? That looks like a Titan, I think. Russia's main Paldean Pokemon. And other than that, obviously all the evolutions. And let's see what's going on with Penny over here, just to see what she says.
Doesn't get any guys until my room with my BBs. Feel free to stay a while.
Let's see. Okay, we can just click on the VBs. It looks like anything in the bookshelves? Nope. Doesn't look like we can really explore, but it's pretty cool. This could be cleaned up a little bit. This is where I would say it's a little cramped, but other than that, the rest of the room's pretty good. This whole part over here is really, really neat compared to the rest of it. But honestly, a very interesting little storyline for sure. And honestly, it took a little bit longer than I thought it would, to be completely honest. Because, we're already quite decently into the episode. And that kind of surprises me, just because of the fact that, it's not something you really think about when I was thinking it was going to be like, short stories. But apparently they got some decently long stories here. And we just did our very first one right there, I think. Let's double check, because I'm pretty sure that felt like an ending to the story. We'll double check just in case. And I don't see it anywhere else, but I do see Penny's dorm room. And, well, she's not popping up as a bubble anymore, so I'm guessing using Penny as an example for the stories from here on out, like I said before, we would do. It looks like all the stories are 4, which is actually pretty good. So 4 little stories with each character of the Academy that has one available to them. That's pretty nice. I actually really, really like that, because that'll give us a little bit more to do. And, well, that definitely increases the length of our story, because I was thinking we probably would be able to, do these in 3 episodes or something and finish all of them. But apparently, we actually have quite a bit of them we can do, because obviously we have one for every teacher. We have, it seems like, one for Clavell, one for Penny, which we already did, Arven, Nemona, as well as all the teachers. So we have quite a lot we can do, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm trying to think of what we can do for one more thing for today's episode, because we still have a little bit of time. We could do, something small, because I don't think we'll be able to do another story. But the thing is what do we do? I could do... You know what? Let's do this. Let's do one of these, because we haven't done a Blue Star raid, and we don't really do raids. Because we only did, the 6-star raid, and then we did the 1-star raid when we did Arbolium. So I think it would be kind of cool to do one of these. I think it would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, we have to leave the school. I forgot about that. Can't be inside a building when you're trying to fly away. Because you might, completely break the game, because there's certain triggers in certain areas in the game that want you to walk through them by, leaving the school entirely. So, it's fair. It makes a lot of sense why that would happen, because they don't want you to leave before you hit something, then you lose out on story because of it. But let's go over to Asano Desert, because I have 2 things we can do. Because I want to show you guys something. I found something very interesting. It's not going to be a whole episode on doing it, I'm going to be honest, but one thing is I want to do this Delibird raid, because that's what these are right now, for me. So, I think it will be pretty good. And also, if you guys are wondering, because I just saw Flittle here, obviously, Espartha that was for Yukio, this is actually where I found it. But there were Stone Jorners in Scarlet. I forgot what the Pokemon would be for this game, though, to be completely honest. Because I'm not really sure what Pokemon would be the equivalent of Stormjorner. But we're kind of next to the area, to be honest. Because it was over in this area specifically, right next to the Delibird raid here, that it happened at. So if they were to spawn, we'd be able to kind of figure it out. It could be Sandaconda. I'm not really sure on that one. It very well could be, because Sandaconda is kind of in the same area. Or it could be, I don't think it would be Cacnea. I'm pretty sure Cacnea is in the other game. But this is another place that you can find Tinkatuns and Tinkatuffs and a Phalanx and a couple other things. And obviously a Gimmighoul, which we still actually don't have one of those in this version, because we never actually, we accidentally knocked out the only one we could have gotten. You know what, since I see them, let's get them. Just because we accidentally knocked out the one a long time ago, and I did promise you guys we would eventually get to doing it, and it kind of is, endgame now. So, honestly, might as well catch one right now and get it over with. Just because we do have a quick ball, he should get into the Pokeball pretty easily. And there we go. Simple enough, pretty easy. But that actually works out for us, because that's a Pokemon we kind of needed, to be completely honest. And there we go. Gimmighoul with a coin chest Pokemon, Ghost type, chest form. And then the ones that we see walking around, I believe, are the roaming form. But we can't get the roaming form. Maybe as a mystery gift, maybe? But this is the only form that I think is possible. But it lives inside an old treasure chest. Sometimes it gets left in shop corners, since no one realizes it's an actual Pokemon. 1 foot, 11 pounds. Which is actually quite decently heavy, but obviously it's mostly the chest, I'm pretty sure. And the thing is, well, we got 60 coins for doing that, but that's not actually the major thing about that. The thing is apparently, Gimmighoul does actually have something we can do if we were to get 999 of these coins. And, well, technically, I think this Pokemon is technically also a pseudo-legendary. So, or it could be a legendary with an evolution, but the thing is the next Pokemon in the Pokedex is Gimmighoul's evolution, which is pretty interesting, nonetheless. But the thing is for a Delibird raid for 4-star, I should easily be able to do this with Donald here. So we won't use Vendetta for this one, even though Vendetta is our Pokemon for raids. I think we can easily do a 4-star raid pretty easily against what would be the Santa Claus Pokemon. So, let's be honest here. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know if you can find shiny Pokemon in raids, but that would be kind of cool, right? Nope, that's a normal Delibird. Hey, I could definitely dream. I was supposed to do a shiny raid, not shiny raid, but like a shiny catch, or shiny hunting thing for Delibird back in Sword and Shield. But the thing is we never got to do that because my setup's not really for streaming. I tried to stream Sword and Shield a couple times, specifically the Gigantamax Snorlax raid. But the thing is when I re-looked at the footage, it was, laggy and all this other stuff, so my setup's not really for streaming, so I never really got to do it. Would be cool. But I think if I were to do it, I would have to, it would have to be a recording, if anything, because I don't think it would really work for me to stream it, just because my internet's not the best, I'm gonna be honest. I have some decent internet, But the thing is I don't have any of the internet that these, like, high-end streamers have, or at least I don't know what the settings are or any of that. I would need help setting it up, to be honest. But there we go. Got ourselves a nice little Delibird raid, and honestly, this is the reason why I wanted to show it to you. Just because it's pretty good resources, and it gives you a lot of these Terra Shards. And I would also like to, at one point, turn my Pokemon into a different Terra type, because that's still something we haven't done either. It would be, something small we could do at some point. Because I have an idea of some Terra types for our team that would be better than it currently is. But the thing is we kind of need 50 of the Terra Shards in order to do it. We're getting close to a Ghost type, which I think Ceruledge would like. Or there could be... Honestly, Vendetta would really like the Ghost type one, to be honest first, to be completely honest. But the thing is we've only had normal this entire time as an option, because they give you 50 off the bat. So it's not like we really had the chance to do so with the Terra Shards at any point up till this point in the game. And the thing is ooh, Star Piece, that's really nice. I was not expecting a random Star Piece in the ground, but that's pretty cool. But the thing is the Delibird raids are, really nice when it comes to these Terra Shards. So I think in the, very, very near future, if I were to do enough of them, because I'm not going to update the Terra news on this game, I think. I think I'm going to keep it on Delibird until I see, another raid that's just as good as the Delibird, or even better. Because I feel like if I let it sit, I might be able to get some really good, rewards for keeping the Delibird. And this is actually what we were looking for. There is a Terra, obviously the Terra raid slash, obviously, Titan Pokemon that was actually here, which is actually pretty cool. And really Donphan. Of course we have a Donphan next to the Robo Donphan, but, yeah, apparently the Titan Pokemon are actually over here, which is interesting. And apparently, instead of running up to them and, running in and forcing an encounter, apparently we actually have to talk to them, kind of like the legendary Pokemon in older games, which is interesting. But apparently there's a way to actually catch the Titan Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Obviously, it's not going to be a hard Pokemon whatsoever, just because we already had this thing, but you know what? Might as well catch a Titan on video. I want to do at least one. I'm not going to do all of them, just because, let's be honest here, they're just normal Pokemon at the end of the day. But they might have increased stats, we could definitely check. It's always an option. And I don't have a repeat ball. It's unfortunate. I was thinking we would, but apparently we don't. Oops, threw a Great Ball on accident on a level 45. Probably won't work, but... oh, maybe. Okay, we caught him in a Great Ball. I guess that works. I'm very surprised that worked. I didn't even mean to throw a Great Ball, but I was going to throw an Ultra Ball and see if it would work, but apparently that's another way to do it. Interesting. Well, let's see what's going on with this Pokemon. Because I'm wondering if it has anything special. It looks like it does have a title. Wait a minute. Okay then, maybe the Titan Pokemon actually have special titles, maybe. Because that is a big thing in this game, that you can get, special titles for Pokemon. So let's see here. So Iron Treads, what kind of title do you have? Oh, yep, it does have the Titan mark. That's pretty cool. So you could literally, go into a battle and have this title called the Former Titan. That's actually really cool. Huh. Interesting. And also, we have this one, by the way, for, obviously, making our Pokemon the Paldean champions and stuff like that, for doing the Elite Four and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. There's a bunch of titles you can get in this game. And, honestly, with that being said, we did quite a decent amount today. We got to go through Penny's little story there. We got to show off the Delibird raids that I have access to get extra Terra Shards. And as well as, fighting off with one of the Farmer Titans. And on top of that, getting ourselves a Gimmighoul and starting the process. And apparently you can't climb these. But starting the process of actually getting ourselves the, evolution for Gimmighoul. Because that's definitely going to be a process of its own. just because that will technically count as one of our legendary, like, for the legends, for the storyline for that. Technically, Gimme Ghoul will definitely count as one. So, honestly, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys, it always is. In the next episode, we will be continuing our Academy's storylines and everything like that, or the stories of the Uva Academy, as I would like to call it better, just because it rolls nicer off the tongue. But in the next episode, we will be beginning our very next one. I'm not sure if we're going to do a teacher, or if we're going to do one of the other main characters, because there's still Clavell, Arven, and Nemona, when it comes to the main character ones. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.